Welcome back! My name is ballerscuba. This is Video Games Over Time! We are still in 1985. Today, we're going to talk about Space Harrier. The story of Space Harrier takes us back to Sega. We have talked about Sega several times before. Sega was responsible for Zaxxon. We last talked about Sega in our video on Hang On. For Space Harrier, Sega turned to Yu Suzuki. We have talked about Yu Suzuki before. He was also responsible for Hang On. The concept for Space Harrier came from a Sega designer named Ida. Ida wrote a 100-page proposal for a 3D shooter with Harrier in the title. This proposal featured a fighter jet that shot missiles into realistic foregrounds. However, due to the complexity of the game and hardware limitations, this had to be changed. Suzuki changed the jet to a human, which was easier for the hardware. He then changed the setting to a science fiction setting, inspired by the Neverending Story, the 1982 anime Space Cobra, artist Roger Dean, and Gundam anime. The game was programmed on the Sega Hang On hardware used for Hang On, though it had been renamed the Superscaler board by this time. Suzuki reached out to Hiroshi Kawaguchi to compose the music, just like he had done for Hang On. 3 different arcade cabinets were created for Space Harrier. The first was an upright arcade cabinet. The second was a sit-down version with a fixed seat. The third and arguably best-known version was a deluxe cockpit-style rolling cabinet with a base that would move depending on the direction the player moved the joystick. Because this cabinet was so expensive to make, Sega was hesitant to make it, but Suzuki offered his salary if the game failed, so Sega went forward with the idea. Space Harrier is a 3-dimensional shooter. The player plays as a human named Harrier. Harrier is equipped with a jet-propelled laser cannon that lets him both fly and shoot. The player's goal is to destroy all enemies while dodging projectiles and obstacles. The game has 18 stages, 15 of which have a boss at the end who must be killed before moving forward. The final stage has 7 past bosses who appear one at a time, all of whom must be defeated in order to win. The other 2 stages are bonus stages with no enemies. Sega released Space Harrier to Japanese arcades on October 2nd, 1985. Sega would release the game to worldwide arcades in December 1985. That is a brief backstory to Space Harrier. With that told, it's time to play the game for ourselves. And here we are in the game. This is Space Harrier. As you can see, copyright Sega 1985. Now it does have an intro, I'll let it say it.
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
Get ready! Welcome to the fantasy zone, if you didn't hear it out. If you didn't hear what it said. Get ready. Alright, so the demo shows Moot here. As you can see, it's quite a fast-paced shooter here, which is not my strong suit by any means. So I'm going to do what I can, but the game does allow me to continue. So I should be able to at least make it through Moot here. Yeah, that's going to happen a lot. We got you in second place. I think that I can get at least first place here. All right, let's just put in a whole bunch of quarters. That should be good. I might get bored before then, but we'll see what I can do. As you can see, very kind of fast-paced looking. As I tilt the controller, the entire screen moves, and you can kind of see how they mean to implement a tilt in a cabinet when you're doing this. On the cabinets that I've been able to see, I've actually played this one on an arcade cabinet, which is rare for games of this age, but I have. For this one, I have actually played it. It is actually like a pilot's joystick type thing, so, you know, moving it back and things like that. So it does feel like you're actually tilting the entire world when you play it. But I haven't played one with the full deluxe sit-down cabinet, but hopefully I can find one, because this game is fun, but like I said, hard, especially for me. But I think we made it to Moot. We did. Now, Moot loves to shoot fireballs. You cannot do anything about the fireballs. I did get hit him once on the way back there. You just have to avoid the fireballs. You got to hit him in the head. It's the only place where he's susceptible. I think I did hit him a second time there. All right, got him a couple more times. I think it's just one more hit and he's gone. I have been practicing a bit. Otherwise, I would not be able to beat him at all. He is tough your first time out. He's going too fast. All right, I got him. All right, on to stage 2. We can take on Giza now. Okay. This game, it's a lot more about avoiding obstacles than it is doing damage for me. Just avoid everything. Get hits in where you can, but ultimately you just want to avoid everything on the screen. So this game does have an auto fire. I'm using auto fire, otherwise I wouldn't be able to keep going. My thumb would just get too sore. It does go a little bit slower than I could, but ultimately it's pretty fast. So I don't mind it one bit. I don't believe I can take out these columns, so I'm just avoiding them. Okay, stage 2. As they launch so much at me. Alright, we took him out really quick there. This is now the farthest that I have made in the game. Mostly because my other attempts, I only went with 1/4. But like I said, I've been practicing, so things are going well for me.
Get ready.
Get ready. Many more battle scenes will soon be available if I can unlock them, right? Like, they make it sound like it's a demo. But it is not. This is the full game, right? So we made it to stage 3. The game goes fast when you're good. I am not, but we'll do what we can. Okay. Oh, so many fireballs. Somehow I was able to avoid them. I'm not entirely sure how, but I will take it. Now they're just, I don't know, somebody's throwing a catapult at me with those things. All right. We got a double-headed moot now. Can't hit him in the butt. Gotta hit him in the head. Oh, I thought I could avoid that. But we got so many more to go. So many more lives. Like, I didn't even see where those fireballs were coming from. I think there's only one head left here. Alright, stage 4. Cecil? CCL? I'm gonna stay on the ground here. I don't like this. I'm getting a little claustrophobic after where I was before. CL is French for sky. That's all I got on that.
Get ready.
Okay. Let's see what I can do. But this game, whew, it's not easy for me. Especially when you launch things like that. We're full on sci-fi mode now. We got robots. All right, bonus stage. No enemies here. How you doing, buddy? We'll take a ride on you. All right, we want me to destroy things with him. Okay. There's nothing left. Can you see the influence of the Neverending Story? I can. Bye, Falcor. Okay, let's keep going. Ulysses is up next. We'll go with that. Could be Olysis. Go into Egyptian mythology. Just good old Isis. So many robots. There's so many things coming at me so fast that I'll destroy one thing and then there'll be a thing behind it that kills me. That's why I put so many quarters in. And you can't destroy a lot of what they shoot at you. We're only on stage 6. So we're only a third of the way through the game. God. These things are really killing me. I told you I wasn't very good, right? I just avoid everything. Oh no, the Harriers are coming for me now, but I am Harrier. How my laser cannon works, I don't know. They don't really bother to explain. It's kind of late to bring that up, but yeah, I'm flying around and shooting, but how I'm doing that, I'm not entirely sure. It's a magic laser cannon. Just don't question it. Don't question anything in this game. There's a lot going on in it. Okay. I'm sorry?
You're doing great.
Alright, well, we made it through the boss, I guess. Now we got Lucasia. And we have our Mammoth Cyclops ready for us as well. Finally, the thing from, like, I want to say they're on the marquee. I haven't seen the marquee in a bit, but like they're emblematic of the game. People think about the Cyclops mammoths when they think about Space Harrier. They finally show up in stage 7. It looks like we see their bones everywhere. Okay. Somehow we made it through that. Oh, come on.
Get ready.
Get ready. Okay. Taking you guys out where I can, but there's so many things coming my way.
Get ready.
Yeah, when you have multiple quarters in, I should also address this. It just automatically keeps you going. Otherwise, you have, I believe, 10 seconds to put in another quarter. So we didn't defeat the enemy, but they gave us credit for it anyway. I'll take it. No, I think it said Ida was next. Oh, man. So many things. Like I said, for me, it's more about trying to survive than doing damage, but I'm failing at both. I can't shoot fast enough.
Get ready.
Didn't even see that one.
Get ready.
Like, I don't understand why, like, blowing up some of these trees causes, like, nuclear explosions. That's like a flat-out mushroom cloud. What kind of laser do I have? Oh, man. Just move frantically, and it'll work out for you for the best. As soon as I kind of stop moving around frantically is when bad things happen. Here comes Ida. Okay, I'll do what I can here. God, there's so many. And there's Scattershot. Can I... Yeah, I can't really shoot you from there. Oh, that was so fast that they shot those. And I didn't call it in the, I didn't call it this in the introduction, but we do have a literal boss rush at the end of this game, where you kind of have to go through all of them again. All of the bosses in a row. Like, I feel like those fireballs are going way faster than some of the other fireballs. Like I said, they're going way faster. I don't think I've done damage in a long time to this thing. How did it, like, I swear those fireballs are chasing me. They're going faster and they're moving. They are chasing me. Alright, I defeated it. Next up, stage 9, Revy. We got the ceiling again. Yeah, there's just so much coming at me. Did I mention that this is not my strong suit? These are not the games that I am good at. There's just so much. Am I gonna make it through all 50 something of my lives? Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes where things are going to end up when they get to me. It's going so fast. Okay, out of the tunnel. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen when he gets to spam as much as I do. Is that the end of the stage? Should I kill him when he could? Yep. All right, Minia is up next. Stage 10. Yeah, I don't understand the settings of this. There's sci-fi, there's fantasy, there's robots, giant mushrooms that make it look like it's like a fairy world. There's prehistoric stuff. There's dragons, and there's just everything. Everything that they could think of, they threw into this game, it feels like. How are you gonna have like robots and jets and giant mushrooms and all that kind of in the same game? But maybe all of these are different planets, and you know, I don't know. Once again, I said don't think about it, and then I'm thinking about it. Oh, jeez.
You're doing great.
All right, Parms is now up. Multiple chicken parms. Am I running out of lives now? I still got more lives. We're over halfway there, though. That's got to count for something. Oh, come on.
Get ready.
Yeah, once again, it's hard to figure out like what I can destroy and what I can't. I know those I can't, but you know, some of the rocks I can destroy, but some of like the trees I cannot. I don't know what happened there. I should have avoided that. Can I hit him? Didn't even see that. I was avoiding the trees. So many Gundam robots. If it wasn't for me putting in, you know, several dollars worth of quarters into this, we would have been long done. Okay, we got the boss. All right, double-headed one again. I don't remember your name. That's okay. It's probably not super important. I've died too much to remember your name. Okay, more coming at me. All right, we got one. Jeez. When it's just one left, they really do just kind of spam fire at me, and it's so difficult to take it out. All right, another bonus stage. How you doing, buddy? Let's try to go for as many as I can here. It's nice to be able to take these out. Why he's not with me the rest of the time, I'm not entirely sure. But that's all I get. I mean, it's a ton of points. I have absolutely destroyed the high score. That's okay. It doesn't. If we're up against Drail now. It doesn't feel like it really counts. It feels like I've cheated, but I haven't cheated. I've just put in a lot of quarters. Yeah, the game having a good auto fire is what makes me able to like basically make it all the way through, which is my goal now. I'm planning on trying to make it all the way through. And it's because I put in a ton of quarters and there's an auto fire, so I don't have to worry about my thumb wearing out. All right. Do I have... I think I'm running out of quarters finally. Like 50-something lives, not enough for me to make it through Space Harrier. That's not a surprise to me, though. And it's not even close. Can I try to put in more quarters? Yeah, sweet. All right. ton more quarters. I think I got him though. I think we're ready to move on.
You're doing great.
A suit or a suite. God, these things. It just feels so claustrophobic. It's not. Like, I can still go all the way up to the top, but it feels so claustrophobic in here after being in like the big wide world. I'm gonna die so much in here. The tunnels, they always get me. Like, I don't understand.
Get ready.
Just frantically move about. Okay, boss time. We got another one of these. I'm not a fan of these, but hopefully I can deal with this more easily than before. He's only got 2 of those left, but like, he really does shoot more the less of the like defensive things he's got, which, how did I miss them that like I shot so much like right around them? This is where auto fire might be bad for me because I just can't sort it out. All right. Vissel is next. Stage 15. Okay. Death screams so much. Hope you guys like the death scream. You've heard a lot. Okay. Come on. Oh. I think it was the pillar that got me. I think. Like, yeah, you can kind of run along the ground if you want in this, but I never do. I try to stay up. Okay. We got another moot-ish boss. They only really have like 3 or 4 kinds of bosses. But they do get harder. Absolutely get harder. Okay, and I think I got like 2 hits I need left on him. Nope, just 1. All right. Natura, stage 16. I love that they called it like nature,
Get ready.
yet there's robots. God. That's the problem with going frantic, is that like I can't always gauge where I'm gonna be, where I'm gonna end up. But like, the robots have been pretty deadly to me. I just noticed that they are pretty forgiving for me when it comes to aiming. There's a couple times that they'll shoot an angled shot on me. Yeah, if you keep going frantically, there's less of a chance that they'll actually shoot where you are. Can I hit him? No? Okay. Ah, they go at different speeds.
Get ready.
Okay. The robots. The robots are tough for me. You can see how quickly they're shooting. That's the reason why. Have we made it to the boss yet? We have a new type of boss, it looks like. If this is a boss.
Get ready.
This is just ridiculous. Alright, that was the boss. Apparently we got through enough of it. God, just so much. Ugh.
Get ready.
Space Harrier. Oh.
Get ready.
Get him. I love that they like give me like 3 to 5 seconds of just shooting along the ground to try to take out as many of these guys as I can. right. Oh my god, so many robots. Yeah, shocker, the harder stages are harder. Could you stop with the robots? Portal? Fairy? What are we going for here? Where do I hit you? Jeez, can I... Alright, let's test this out a little bit. Can I hit him here? Yeah, okay, so I hit him. Alright, down it goes. They're still shooting thing at me. Abisbel Godardi's up first. I think we're in the boss rush now. Which is fine by me. Means less robots.
Get ready.
Like, the robots for me were harder than a lot of the bosses. Because a lot of the bosses had predictable patterns. Even though I died to this one a couple times. There we go. Barbarians up next. So I think they got different names, but they're the same bosses.
Get ready.
God, sometimes they just rocket right towards you. Okay. Yeah.
Get ready.
Come on. These ones are so hard for me. No, nothing?
Get ready.
Yeah, a lot of these I just don't see coming. Alright, all but one, I don't think I need to hit him. I think I just need to hit, like, all of the things around him. Yeah, because after that, he just dies. Alright, Squilla's up next, just the same as Moot. I didn't get a hit in there? Okay. No hit there either. I feel like some of these should be landing hits, but they're not giving it to me. Alright, there I got one. It's real hard to hit them when they're going away. Alright, down you go. Ida, that is the same name. I remember Ida.
Get ready.
I don't think I died to Ida before, but this time, yeah, look at this nonsense.
Get ready.
I think we made it through. Alright, Salpidon? I don't remember that name. I was about to say, some of those are hits. Let's try to take out you, and then I'll try to focus on the other one. Okay. I got a few hits there. I think they're close. Down you go. Alright, Sura. Jeez, so many fireballs. Nothing. I got nothing. I'm not even trying to aim for anything there. Alright, down you go. Valda's next. We're making it through the boss rush, thanks to my infinite quarters. Okay. Down you go. Alright, congratulations, you win! Here comes Uriah! How you doing, buddy? Yeah! Very peaceful music at the end. The end! My score keeps going up. Alright, I will take this. Can we go faster? You're giving me a time limit, and I gotta go all the way over to S. Is it just me, or does this give you, I have 36 lives left, Neverending Story vibes again? And, alright, we did it! We beat Space Harrier! Thanks to somewhere around 100 lives, let's call it. Well, it was probably closer to 70 or 80, but we made it through. That is Space Harrier. So with the game played, it's time to talk about how it holds up today. Playing the game today, I definitely did have fun playing Space Harrier. Like I said multiple times, not really my style of game. The fast-paced shooters aren't really my favorite, but this is a good shooter. This one was fun. Like I said, having auto fire is really the thing that kept me in the game, that kept me going, when a lot of other games either don't have it at all, or the auto fire is so slow that it feels like you don't have it at all. This game also allowed me to just kind of pick up and go where I was, so I was able to get through it relatively quickly, less than a half hour, I believe. So ultimately, the game is fun. I do enjoy it. In terms of how it holds up, I think that it holds up fairly well. I think the one thing that doesn't necessarily hold up for me is kind of how the whole screen kind of moves. That's pretty much it. Everything else is kind of good. When it comes to the screen moving, I could see people kind of getting a little dizzy with that, just kind of, if it affecting people's vertigo, basically just kind of, wait, hold on, what's going on? Ow, my head starts to hurt. But other than that, I think it's really good. I think the graphics hold up really well. Everything looks like it's supposed to. Maybe the checkerboard pattern at the bottom isn't super helpful, but at the time, they definitely kind of needed that to ease people into 3D shooters like this. But otherwise, I think the graphics hold up well. I think the gameplay holds up pretty well as well. It's a little fast-paced. It's a little frantic. I don't think you can necessarily have a ton of strategy going into this one, but maybe I just don't know the good strategies, and just frantic is how I play it. But ultimately, that seemed to be the best thing for me to do, was just wildly shoot around the screen and hope that I hit things and avoid obstacles and things like that. Just if you see something, avoid it, was my main strategy, and it worked out pretty well for me. In terms of the sound, I think the sound held up pretty well. I think that the music was there. There wasn't a lot going on for me with the music, but it's not like it was bad. I just don't remember a lot of it because I was focused on the game. So what I do remember just kind of remind me of Neverending Story. And it's clear that that's where a lot of the inspirations came from, was the Neverending Story. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing by any means. It's just, you can clearly see Falcor there. It is Falcor, right? Yeah, overall, I think this is a fun game. It's a fun shooter. It's definitely an upgrade in terms of shooters than we have seen before, with kind of the top-down perspective, where you're going either vertical or horizontal. This is an entirely different type of shooter that we haven't seen too much of. You're going forward in a 3D space, and that's definitely something that would be different. It makes it stand out. So does the cabinet of you kind of moving the whole thing around as you're shooting enemies in the distance. That's definitely something that will appeal to a lot of people. With that said, I guess one of the things I didn't talk about too much, and is kind of a downside for me, is that what was going on? What happened? Why are we doing this? But at the end of the day, I guess it doesn't matter all that much as long as you're having fun. But what is the plot? What is the setting? What are we doing? Why are we doing it? How does our character work? He has a cannon that allows him to fly? How does that work? Like, none of that is explained. And ultimately, it doesn't matter for the game. But taking a step back and thinking about it, it is weird, but ultimately that's not going to stop me from saying that this is a good game. This is one of the best games that we have played this year, I would say. One of them. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, but this is a really good game. And if you are interested in shooters, or you're interested in classic arcade games, this is definitely a game worth checking out. I would try my best to find one of those deluxe cabinets that allows you to kind of move your whole body around while you're shooting, but those are rare and hard to find. I'm hoping to find one myself, but ultimately this game is fun, worth checking out if you're interested in history of video games as a whole, or in the history of shooters in particular. This is definitely a game worth checking out. And that's my modern take on the game. When the game was released, Space Harrier would prove to be popular. In Japan, it would top the sales charts for months, becoming one of the highest grossing arcade cabinets of 1986. The game would also be popular among the critics. They saw the cabinet as innovative and praised the graphics for the game. As time has gone on, Space Harrier has retained its positive reputation. The graphics, gameplay, and bonus levels are often cited as the best in video games. Space Harrier would spawn ports, re-releases, and sequels. We will keep an eye on these as we continue. With another success on their hands, Sega would continue to establish itself as a premier video game developer. We will hear from Sega again in the future. As for Yu Suzuki and Hiroshi Kawaguchi, they would both continue to create video games. We will hear from both of them again as we continue. That will do it for the story of Space Harrier for now. My name is ballerscuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video when we go for a crawl.